Infertility is truly a cross no one would wish upon their worst enemy. This is the story of Patience, a young woman living in the southern part of Nigeria. For 3 years, she had been married to Benjamin, a loving husband, but their union was silent. No cry of a baby, not even the brief hope of a miscarriage. Patience's neighbors mocked her relentlessly, and her mother-in-law's constant taunts made her life unbearable. A devout Christian, Patience poured her heart out to God daily, begging for forgiveness for whatever unknown sins might have brought her this predicament. Her best friend Charity, a fellow church member, was her only pillar of strength, always standing by her, praying fervently, and offering words of encouragement. Benjamin, too, was understanding and often reassured Patience. He reminded her of the doctor's words: there was nothing medically wrong with either of them. But no amount of reassurance could soothe her aching heart. One afternoon, Patience scolded a neighbor's child, Obinna, for breaking the compound's water tap. The boy's mother, angered by the reprimand, unleashed a torrent of insults on Patience. "Barren witch!" she shouted. "You ate all your children in the womb." The words cut like a knife. That evening, Patience wept bitterly, her tears soaking her pillow. A few days later, at the salon, Patience overheard a woman talking about a spiritualist she called Papa. This Papa, the woman claimed, had helped her conceive after years of infertility. Patience's ears perked up. Could this be the answer to her prayers? Could God have orchestrated this encounter to end her suffering? She approached the woman, who shared her story in detail, and urged Patience to visit Papa. Overcome with excitement, Patience rushed home to tell Benjamin. But her husband was adamant: "You're not going anywhere near such people. Trust God and His timing," he said firmly. Crushed, Patience confided in Charity, who warned her about false prophets and advised her to tread carefully. "Not all who call on the name of God are truly sent by Him," Charity cautioned. 2 weeks later, the woman from the salon called Patience to check if she was still interested. When Patience mentioned her husband and friend's warnings, the woman scoffed. "It's like you are not serious," she said. "One day, your husband will get another woman pregnant and kick you out. Sometimes, you have to keep your plans to yourself until you achieve them." These words haunted Patience. Against her better judgment, she decided to visit Papa in secret. The woman escorted her to his shrine, a dimly lit room filled with eerie artifacts. Before Patience could speak, Papa began describing her life and marriage in startling detail. She was amazed. "This is truly a man of God," she thought, and began calling him my Papa. Papa told her to attend weekly prayer sessions every Friday. To avoid suspicion, Patience lied to Benjamin, claiming she had joined a church fellowship group. As the weeks passed, she grew distant from Charity, who began noticing the change in her behavior. After 2 months of prayers, Papa announced that it was time for the prayers proper. He asked for a huge sum of money to perform the necessary sacrifices. Unable to raise the full amount, Patience lied to Benjamin, who trusted her completely and gave her the money. One Friday, Papa told her it would be a night vigil. When night fell, Papa gave her a liquid substance to take, and she slept off. During the night, Papa laid with her. She woke innocently, not knowing what had happened. Papa gave her an instruction to lay with her husband on getting home to complete the prayers and told her to be expectant. On the 4th Friday, Patience did as Papa instructed and lay with her husband, Benjamin. She felt hope rise within her heart, imagining her prayers finally being answered. However, 2 weeks later, her joy turned to horror as she began experiencing severe itching and noticed rashes developing around her private area. Panicked, Patience visited a doctor, who diagnosed her with a sexually transmitted disease, STD. Shocked and confused, the doctor advised her to bring her husband for testing. Benjamin, though bewildered, complied, and his test results came back negative. This revelation only deepened the confusion and raised suspicion. Benjamin began questioning Patience relentlessly. Hurt by his accusations, she maintained her innocence, insisting she had been faithful. But deep down, her mind returned to the night spent at Papa's shrine. Could something have gone wrong during those rituals? The realization hit her like a thunderbolt. That night, in tears, she confessed everything to Benjamin, her desperation, her visits to Papa, and the rituals she had undergone. Benjamin was furious, feeling betrayed by her secrecy and crushed by her actions. Their marriage hung by a thread, the tension palpable in their once loving home. As Benjamin grappled with his emotions, Charity stepped in. She pleaded with him to forgive Patience, emphasizing her vulnerability and the manipulation she had suffered. Family members also joined the effort, reminding Benjamin of the bond they shared and the strength of their love. Gradually, Benjamin softened, agreeing to work on their relationship. However, he swore to bring Papa to justice. Determined, he began digging into Papa's activities and discovered shocking truths. The woman from the saloon who had introduced Patience to Papa was an accomplice in his fraudulent schemes. Together, they preyed on desperate women, exploiting their pain for financial gain. With enough evidence, Benjamin reported Papa and his accomplice to the authorities. Papa was arrested, and his shrine was exposed as a hub of exploitation and abuse. The woman from the salon, too, was apprehended, and both faced legal consequences for their actions. A year passed. The wounds left by the ordeal began to heal, though scars remained. Patience and Benjamin worked hard to rebuild trust and intimacy in their marriage. Therapy and counseling sessions helped them reconnect, with Benjamin learning to understand the depth of Patience's despair and Patience realizing the importance of honesty and partnership. One sunny morning, Patience woke up feeling nauseous and lightheaded. A visit to the clinic confirmed what she had longed to hear for years: she was pregnant. Overwhelmed with gratitude, she and Benjamin celebrated the miracle, their joy finally outweighing the pain of the past. Together, they vowed to share their story as a warning and source of hope to others, advocating for faith, patience, and the dangers of falling prey to exploitation in moments of despair.